Hey, so I want to make an update about Tourette's. I haven't really said what was going on so much with it lately. I'm on Ritalin now, which I mentioned in my last video, for the ADHD. But there's also, and pharmacists will tell you, no, you're not supposed to be on Ritalin if you have tics. But apparently, according to my neurologists, for the last 20 years or so, they've been trying to fight for Ritalin to be used for Tourette's, for tic disorders. Because in 20% of cases, Ritalin will actually help the tics. And in 30% of cases, it will make the tics worse. In my case, it made them better. In 50% of cases, I forgot to mention, 50% of cases that doesn't do anything other than keep you awake and help with ADHD, but it won't do anything for tics in 50% of cases. But I'm the lucky 20%, and my tics have been way better. I haven't been having tic attacks. I'm really happy about that. I haven't had one since I started Ritalin, and I feel a lot more confident about going out in public. I feel like I can go out alone without worrying that I'm going to have a tic attack and someone's going to call an ambulance on me. So that's all really positive. And I'm not saying everybody hop on the Ritalin. It's not, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I mean, there's 80% chance that it won't. But it's if you have a very difficult case, like I have a difficult case to treat. Medications didn't work so well for me. There were some of them worked to a certain point, but I still had very severe tics. I would go from 0 to 60, like I would go from like what I am now to at 0, I'm not having tics, to 60 where I was having tic attacks. And so I was having very severe tics despite the medication. And but now with Ritalin, I still sometimes have, when I'm anxious, like if I go somewhere, I might have more tics than if I'm at home. Like I'm comfortable, I'm at home, I'm not stressed out. So I'm not having a whole bunch of tics. So, but if I go out, I would. And the Ritalin, it helps with that. And I guess a combination of that with my other Tourette's medication, which I take Abilify. Yeah, but Abilify makes me sleepy, which is one reason why I wanted to, why I really like the stimulant keeping me awake. It doesn't make me high, it just keeps me awake, so it's very nice. Other than that, a while before that, I've been meaning to make this video about medical marijuana. I know that a lot of people, oh that's my phone, I know that a lot of people are against it, medical marijuana or marijuana in any form, but it can do miracles for certain people. I know I've seen for epilepsy it can do incredible things, and they're still in the state of researching for Tourette Syndrome as to whether it helps or not. Some people say it does, and some people say it doesn't, and some people say it might. They don't know, and it's still experimental. But they say that the dose for Tourette Syndrome is supposed to be pretty low. Not so much you get high, you just take like a small amount, and it's supposed to help and calm the tics, which for me it did help to a certain degree, a small degree, but still a degree, and that was it was very helpful. I mean, very appreciated. I mean, even just a small amount goes a long way when tics are pretty severe. So that's it. Wasn't the first time I tried it. I tried it a couple years ago in Amsterdam where it's legal, but I wanted to know if it helped with tics, and it did. I got to the point where I was high, and I didn't like it. I didn't like being high. It was not my favorite experience, but it was a learning experience, because I found that it did help my tics, because I was walking around in public afterwards and I wasn't having tics. I might have had like 2 tics, and I was like, wow, like I just had 2 tics, but that's it. And I was pretty impressed, but I don't want to get to the point all the time where I'm high, so just a small dose is all I need. So yeah, I tried, I have a vaporizer. I don't smoke it, it's like vapor. I don't want to smoke, it's gross. Also, there's the option of oil that people can use, but this can be something that you bring up with your neurologist or your doctor, whoever it is that's taking care of your Tourette's. Hopefully a neurologist, because they specialize more. But if if you're open to it and it's something that's legal in your area for medical marijuana, then why not ask? If it's something that could potentially help. So, I mean, it's a lot more natural than most psychiatric drugs that are used for Tourette syndrome. I mean, they give us haloperidol. Some people take haloperidol for Haldol for Tourette's, which is a very, very hard drug and a very scary drug, and I would refuse to use it actually myself. But it's softer than a lot of the bad side effects that you get from psychiatric medication. So anyways, that's my update. Ritalin and weed. Yeah, so I guess that's it for now. If you guys have any questions about my use of weed or Ritalin or any of that, then you can put them in the comments. If you disagree with it, the use of Ritalin or weed for tics, then say so. Just the comments are a good place to have a conversation. So, yeah, that's it. Take care.